Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crusader here again, and I'm back with another video, and I want to talk about Exalted Weapons. So, with the introduction of Update 23, we have now the opportunity to make our own individual build for Exalted Weapons. And if you don't know what Exalted Weapons are, they are the weapons like Valkyr's Talons, Mesa's Regulators, and Excalibur's Exalted Blade. You know, basically the weapons that pretty much come with the Warframe. Previously, before Update 23, these weapons were only scaled with the appropriate weapon that were only scaled with their damage with the appropriate weapon that you had equipped. So, in regards of Valkyr's Talons, if you had a proper melee weapon equipped, that damage would scale with your melee weapon. So, and in terms of Mesa's Regulators, if you had a proper secondary build, that damage would scale with that secondary's damage, but not anymore. In Update 23, we have the ability to build our own individual build for our Exalted Weapons, and I'm gonna just show off here my build. Once again, I said this in my last video, my builds are what I personally use and what I like to use, and my videos are always going to be here to help any newer players or help any of my friends or anybody in my community who needs help with getting by in Warframe. This build is not worse, this build is not bad, this build is not the best, and nor do I ever claim to be the best. So this is just what I use, this is what I think works out well, and you guys are more than welcome to share your thoughts, and you guys are more than welcome to leave constructive feedback. You guys are more than welcome to just move on if you don't like it. Alright, but so I want to let you guys know right now that Exalted Prime is hands down one of my favorite secondary weapons in this game, and it's incredibly hard for me to let these weapons go. I don't think I use any other weapons, any secondary weapons in this game, and I pretty much built my Regulators around the same way of how I built my Exalted Prime. And if you guys take a look at my Regulators build here, you guys can see that I have some mods such as my Primed mod and my Hornet Strike 2 ranks off max. The reason why I do this is because not only does it help save some endo and some credits, because we all know how expensive Primed mods can be to max out, and it also helps you get those Prime mods onto your builds without needing the extra formas, but like leaving 1 or 2 ranks off also gets you to a point to where, you know, you're not seeing any like a huge loss on the benefit of the true benefit of the mod. You're not seeing any diminishing returns or anything like that. I always do 2 ranks off. This is just how I work. You guys are more than welcome to do whatever you want with your mods and forma however you want and build it however you want. If you want to take the actual time to forma these slots and get these mods to max rank, be my guest. So I have Hornet Strike for the flat damage, Pistol Pestilence, and Convolution for the corrosive damage. For any newer players that do not know, when you put a Toxin mod and Electricity mod together next to each other, you'll get corrosive damage. Corrosive damage really good against armor such as Grineer. I think I wanted to go with Jolt initially, but I believe I tested it last night. If I would have put on Jolt, I would get a 50% status chance, and I would lose on a little bit of corrosive damage. But I figured, like, it's not really worth the extra forma to change that 1 polarity slot, and it's still the same amount of damage because it's still around the same amount of damage because I do have my crit chance up to 63%, and I have things like Lethal Torrent giving me my multi-shot, and I have Barrel Diffusion as well giving me multi-shot. So we're gonna get corrosive procs all the time. So it's not gonna be a huge deal, and the fire rate is just way more satisfying to me than just flat damage. Previously, actually, let's go back here and show you guys. Previously, I believe I had Augur packed in this slot. So as you can see, this took 3 formas. This little number with the star over here represents how many formas you put into your weapon or Warframe. If you see over here that I put forma into Prime Pistol Gambit and Prime Target Cracker, and then this is actually a Naramon polarity originally, and I changed it into a Madurai polarity. Yes, I hovered over those because I don't know the names by heart. I never learned them. So I changed that into a V polarity, let's call it that, whatever. Because Augur Pact does give a bit of good extra damage, but not to the point to where it truly matters. And I want to show you guys the fire rate. Now I want to show you guys a clip of how this build works with Lethal Torrent and why I prefer it much more over than Augur Pact. In the last clip, I showed how fast I was able to kill all of those heavy gunners, and now this time I'm going to do the same for Lethal Torrent. So, as you saw from that last clip, I was able to kill this whole pack of heavy gunners, all level 100s, with armor, faster than I was able to kill a few of them with Augur Pact. And like I said, this build is very similar to my Axolotl build. The only difference is that I have just extra heat damage going on my Axolotls, and you could actually switch it up and try that as well. As you can see, my Axolotl shreds just as fast on level 100s with armor. Obviously, Corrosive is definitely more meant for armor types like the Grineer, but honestly, this build works anywhere. I use it on Infested, I use it on Corpus, and I use it on Grineer, so it really doesn't matter however floats your boat. You can all just tweak around with this if you want. Like I said, this is just one of my favorite weapons to mess around with. One of my favorite weapons to just have corrosive damage on, because it just totally just shreds. With all that being said, that is the build that I've run with Regulators on Mesa, her Exalted Weapon, as of update 23. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, this is not a build showing off the best way to go for Mesa. This is just what I use. This is to help newer players. This is to help anybody who does not know how to get a decent build with Mesa and her Regulators. This is just to help those in need, and any constructive feedback is welcome. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll give you guys one last look at the build that I have right here. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new to the channel, if you guys like the video, it would be awesome if you guys could leave a like on the video and drop a subscribe. I'm trying to stay absolutely consistent with the Warframe videos, and I appreciate all the support that I've been getting on my Warframe videos lately, and it truly motivates me to make more. And if you guys have any ideas or any suggestions on what video I should make next, please let me know down in the comments. Videos you guys can expect in the future is videos like Limbo Prime Fashion Frame and other Exalted Weapon builds. And if you guys want to hang out with me live while playing Warframe, you guys can go to twitch.tv/Crusader and drop a follow to my channel there, where I stream almost every night at 9 p.m. Eastern while playing Warframe and a whole bunch of other games. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys drop a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, have a good night, peace.